studying at home and giving a proper time to your studies. You know very well that last time we had started the chapter number 10, which is basic HTML5, and this is the chapter for which you are going to be assessed in your upcoming uh, test, which will be test 4. So I had explained you these all characteristics up to page number 150, and I had explained you all these things, that how we are going to mention the colors in HTML and how we are going to mention different properties of the text by writing alignment, whether left align, right align, justified, all these options we have already gone through. Okay, so one important thing is basically the question and answers for this chapter that we are going to see, because this chapter is basically relevant to the previous chapter, and we know the basics, that how we are going to write an HTML tag. What are container elements? What are empty elements? Bold, italic, underline. How we can apply such kind of elements, how we can nest different tags with each other, different tags with each other. So we have already gone through these all things, and we had seen how we can do these cascade style sheets as well by setting up the whole properties for a document. Okay, so now what are the different font properties? Just like font style, font size, font family. These are the properties. Just like if I say that I want to set the property font family Arial Times New Roman. Okay. So these are the properties that we are setting up over here. Font size and font family, that what kind of font is there that you are going to set up for a given piece of text. Now different properties are there for the font on this page. You can see over here. Font family, font size. Font specifies all the font properties in one declaration. Okay, for example, font italic 20 pixels Arial. Okay. Font family specifies a list of font names. Font name, font HTML, for example, font HTML, font family is Arial. Similarly, font size, how we are going to mention the font size. It specifies the size of a font. Font size large, font size 17 point, font size 14 point, 17 pixels or 14 points. We can also mention this in this term, that x small, small, double x small, medium. This is basically the default size of the font. Large, extra large, okay, double extra large, large, smaller value, percentage. So we can set up the different font sizes in this way as well. Okay, can anyone please give me the feedback that you are able to see the screen, shared screen? Please raise the hand and let me know.
Yes, sir.
It is visible? Okay, fine. Good. Okay, please lower the hands. So over here, these are the font families. Now, when we will make a code to apply these things, so then these points will be much more clear over here, that how we can set these properties. Okay, so just like over here, you can see in this example, let me enlarge the size of this text. I hope that you are able to see. Now, for example, this is the text displayed in front of you, which is containing HTML tags, HTML head section, body section is there. In body, we have used the headings as well, If it is not that much clear, then you can see this text in your book on page number 152. Okay, on page number 152 this text is available, this code is available. So if you will program this, you'll be able to see that uh, they have applied some different options over here, just like in body, background color yellow, margin 40 pixels. Okay, this is the margin of the data that we are going to put in the body, and background color will be basically yellow color. Okay, so what I'm going to do, you can also note it down so that you can apply it right now. What you will do, you will just note down this code in notepad and you will save. Do it right now. You will save in your html, in html. Okay, what you are going to do, you will save it in html extension. Fine, you know that whenever we are starting, so what do? We type doc type. If I take one previously available file, so we will be able to edit it quite easily. And just to save the time, although I will have to edit that thing as well, but of course it is going to save some time. Okay, yes. So you can see over here, just like this is the text. This is the text. I'm going to take it and I'm going to paste it over here. Fine. Dog type HTML. Fine. And I'm going to make some changes according to this given text that you can see over here. Okay. So what the change is there, that I'm going to say background my page. Instead of my page, what is written over here, I'm going to write e-waste. This is the web page about the e-waste. Okay. Now style type is CSS text CSS case style sheet. Type background color background dash color. I'm going to give over here right now yellow, because yellow is given in this practice work. Then colon margin 40 points is mentioned over here. Now this thing is there, we will write in properties where we are setting up the style. Then we are setting up the style for a paragraph. That p, we are going to apply the p. So when we will apply the paragraph p, what it will contain, the color will be green, color will be green, and text align justify okay. Text align will be justify, and then text height will be 8. So I'm writing over here text height 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 8 semicolon. Font family com sans ms dash family. In double quotes I'm mentioning the name comic sans ms, and double quotes closed. Okay, now you will see over here that properties are basically separated from each other. Okay, actually, some things are actually not clear from this text, so that's why I wanted to see this thing actually from the book. On page number 152, as I have told you, this text is given, but this is actually small in size. I have enlarged it in the picture, but some things were not clear. All the properties are basically separated by semicolon. And when we mention the property, you can see over here we have mentioned the red or color, just like over here we have mentioned the font family after colon. So when you are giving the value, you are mentioning colon, and when you are separating the properties, we are mentioning the semicolon over here. So this is the thing that we must know, the properties that we are writing over here. That color green semicolon, text align colon, text justify semicolon, text height. So over here in between the text align and text height, there are dashes are there, just like text height, font family, and this way. So this is basically how we are going to set up the properties. Now one more property is there, which is written for the border style, border color, font size large, border color red. So we are going to mention over here font size large. I will give you this file with your work, colon large. Okay, semicolon. Next property. Then it is font border color red, border of the body. Okay. So these are the properties written in these tables that we are going to apply. Then border style double, border style double, and border width is given over here as thick. Border width thick. Okay. So this is how we are going to set all these properties, and we'll mention the curly bracket close at the end. If you don't need to write any more characteristic, any more property, we'll close it by curly bracket. Now see this line of code once again. In this paragraph, wherever we will apply this paragraph P, what will be there? Color will be green. Text alignment will be justify. Okay. Text height will be 8. Font family, Comic Sans MS. You need to write the correct spelling over here, but there isn't any case sensitivity. Okay, border color, COLOUR. Border color is red. So when we are giving the property, we are mentioning colon. When we are separating different property, we are mentioning semicolon. When we are giving value, for just like for border color, we are mentioning colon over here. Okay. Then border style double, border width thick. Anyway, border width is thick, border style is double. These are the properties for the P paragraph that we have set over here. Similarly, we can set some properties for headings as well. Okay. Just like right now, I'm not mentioning anything for the heading. I'm not going to mention anything for the heading right now, but we can. Okay, so how we are going to apply this on a paragraph? Now, this is the thing that we need to understand, that how we are going to apply. Let's suppose I say that I want to apply it from here, from P, paragraph. Our paragraph will start from here and will end over here slash P. Now see, I have applied this P, these characteristics on this paragraph only. Now see over here what I have applied. I have applied these properties on this paragraph. I'm going to save it uh, in our folder of our work. And this is basically practice work page 152. Practice work page 152. .html. So I have saved it with that name so that we can remember. Now I'll close this document and I'll go to my work where I have saved it. Now we will see the result. Now see over here the result. Actually that image was not found, it was done in the previous work. Now see over here, HTML is there. What was the background I applied? Yellow. Remember I had applied. Now on these lines I did not apply P, paragraph P. What was the paragraph P? What was the paragraph P? You can see over here. So if I open this file by right clicking, by viewing the source, the notepad, okay, so you can see over here that I have taken yellow color background, margin 40 pixels. What is the margin over here? You can see this margin is 40 pixels. This margin, I'm talking about this margin. Now let's suppose if I increase this margin, but instead of 40 pixels I say 100 pixel. Okay, I say over here margin 100 pixel. Will be there any change? I click save, yes, I refresh it. Now see, the margin is increased or not? Margin is increased or not? Yes, of course, margin has been increased. Okay, now if I change the background color from yellow to pink, it will be changed or not? I say yes. I go there and I refresh. Refresh will be done by F5 or by pressing enter. This thing is clear. Now I make one more change. Okay, let me make some other change. Let me make the other change. I say that text paragraph color green. I change it blue. Okay, I save it over here. Save, and I go and I refresh this file. See what is the paragraph color right now? What is the paragraph color? Blue. Okay. Now if I say that justify means all the lines are equal. Fine, we can also change it. You go and see what are the other options available over here. You can see over here what are the other options that we can give in paragraph alignment. These are the properties that we are going to write now. So if you want to apply some other alignment options given over here, so we can apply that alignment options as well. Okay, so now if I make, let's suppose, height, I have taken over here, how much height is there? 8. Now see the output. See, what is the height? 8. 8 height is there. If I increase the height from 8 to, let's suppose, 20, and I save it, I want to see the change. text height. Okay, so let me decrease the height by 2. Then we see what happens with the result. Okay, text height is not that much creating that much effect, but we'll leave it over here. Font size we can change, and we can make it New Times Roman or something like that. So these are the options which have been applied over here. This option and this option, this paragraph P. What are the other things? Let me check in this passage on given on in this practice time. Actually, this is the practice time. So if we will apply the okay. So if we'll apply these properties, you will be able to see the result. What you have to do now, what you are going to do, that you will make this program, you will code this, and you will see the output, you will see the result, that what happens if you apply all these options. What I am going to give you, I'm just going to give you this file in your Google Classroom. So today it is, what the date is today? 4th. Okay. So 4th. For 4th Feb lesson, I am going to give you. I will also upload the practice work for HTML. And you know that this is basically your chapter number, basic HTML commands. Okay. Yes, Mehak, you want to ask something?
Sir, I want to ask that when you will send this unit's written work.
Okay. In today's class lesson, I can upload it. Let me see the questions first. The questions are, I think, quite easy. Okay. The MCQs are there and the short questions. Yes, a good number of short questions are there.
So too much.
Yeah. So I am going to upload it inshallah today. Why? Because you will be able to read it. But inshallah in the next class, when we'll have the next class on Monday, so we will discuss all these questions. Some things are there that you are already familiar. Please mute your mic. Okay. So just like some things are there, some tags are there that you already know. Just like name the property that is used to specify the horizontal alignment. Mention any two ways in which the color property can be assigned. So the answers are quite short. HR, okay, home row or something like that. A break row tags are there that we have already used. What is the use of the font family, font style property? So theoretical questions are there, and these are the theoretical questions which are important for your upcoming test as well. Okay, so your upcoming test will contain the questions like these questions. So you will go through the text, and just like in previous tests you have performed in a good way, so you will be able to. Yes, Mehak.
Sir, we are having fourth monthly test.
Yeah, schedule has been shared in your class or not?
But sir, Sumera was saying that fourth monthly test is cancelled.
Okay, whatever will be the situation, it will be announced.
Okay, sir.
Okay, it will be announced accordingly, because will they will let you know. But my task is that we should be well prepared for all the things. Okay, we should be well prepared for all these things. Now come to the reading of the text once again. So we were at this task. Yeah, this task. So this type of task we have done. Now come to setting margins. This is the topic on page 53. Margins, just like I set margin right now of my page. Okay, just like I set the margin, in this line. I set the margin 100 points, 100 pixels. So you can set the margin over here. Margin bottom, margin left, margin right, margin top. So sets all the margin properties in one declaration. Margin bottom, left, right, whatever the margin you want to give at the top, at the bottom, at the left, at the right, you can give using margin property. Okay. But if you want to identify them individually, you can use these: margin left, margin right, margin bottom, margin top. But if you will just write margin, it will give all the sides equivalent margin, whatever you will give. Okay, I hope this thing is clear. And I showed you over here in this example by showing you the output, that when we are refreshing, we are saying that this margin is here. It was 10 points, then I increased it to 100 points. Now you can see that what is the margin given over here. Even the margin is available at left, right, not only on left, right, but also at the top and the bottom of the page. Okay, fine. Now come to the margin properties, how we are going to use them. Margin property is used to set all the margins: left, right, top, bottom. Margin, I think this size, the idea is clear now. By giving an example, I have explained you what is meant by margin. Okay, that this area that we leave when we are starting text, and that we leave when we are ending text, and similarly at the top and the bottom. Okay, so this thing is now clear, I think. In the above example, top margin is 10 points, right margin is 5 point pixels, and bottom margin is pixels, and left margin is 12 pixels. So if we mention the margin in this way, 10 pixels, 5 pixels. So what is the sequence? First is basically for top. Okay, top margin 10, then right margin 5, then bottom margin 8, then left margin 12. This is the method how do we mention the margin. Before going to any new point, I'm unable to understand that why some students are not attending the classes after this uh, new schedule. Okay, fine. Now come to the next point, which is if you write the margin property as margin 20 points and 15 points, 15 pixels and 20 pixels, then top and bottom margins are this, top and then bottom. If you only write, then all four margins, just like I applied over here, only I wrote 100, means 100 will be at top, 100 will be at bottom, 100 will be at left, 100 will be at right. This thing is, I think, clear now. That we can use the margin in terms of the four different margins. If you want, we can use the margin in terms of two margins, you know, for left or top, or left or top or bottom, or in, in this way. Or if you want to apply the margin in this way, that only one value is written, it means that you are going to apply the margin which will be an equivalent margin for all the four positions, whether it is top or bottom or left or right. I hope that this thing is clear. If you have got any question up to here, please ask me. Please ask me. Please ask me if you have got any question. Anything would you like to ask? Nothing? All the things are clear? If you have got any query that you want to clarify, we'll start inshallah from setting borders, which is given on page 154. Okay. Yes, please. If you've got any question, please ask me.